YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video we have some more Redskins news. But before we get into today's video, I want to say go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case the Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. So, Redskins cornerback Quinton Dunbar is officially being shopped. He's officially on the trade block, and we're in trade talks to get rid of Quinton Dunbar. And now this story, I'm just ready for it to be over, man. Honestly, I'm ready for it to be over. So a couple months ago, we broke news that Quinton Dunbar wanted out of Washington. Then everyone started to lose their mind, and then a week later he says that I didn't want out of Washington. The reports are false. He's basically calling J.P. Finley and John Klein a bunch of liars, but I don't think that they will risk their jobs just for a story. I think that he did say that he went out of Washington, but he didn't get the kind of attention, or he didn't get the kind of results that he thought he was going to get from breaking this story. So now, fast forward to now, he's finally on a trade block after all these, tweets and Instagram posts and him deleting pictures of him in his Redskins gear and deleting everything off his page about the Redskins. He's finally on a trade block. He's finally getting what he wants. And in today's video, I'm here to talk about the potential landing spots for Quinton Dunbar. But before we get into the potential landing spots for Quinton Dunbar, I want to talk just a little bit about this situation. Quinton Dunbar, he had a great 2019 season. He started in 11 games. He did miss a few games, which is crucial considering the fact that you want your starting cornerback out there for all 16 games. So Quinton Dunbar, he did have a great 2019 season. I'm not knocking it from him. But if you're going to demand all his money, first of all, you got to stay healthy for mostly all of the games, right? You have to stay healthy, and then you have to be consistent. Before this 2019 season, you didn't have a eye-opening season these past couple years like you did in 2019. So, for you to be demanding all this money after that one good year, I'm just like Ron Rivera and the guys. I'm not paying you all that money that you want. Now, if you was to pull this stuff off after next year, after this season coming up happen, and you had a great season again, then I can see why you want all this money, because you had two back-to-back years where you balled out. Now you're coming off of 1 year where you had a great season. Now you want all this money. Now I can understand it from his standpoint. He doesn't want to play on no guarantee money. I mean, nobody wants to not play on guarantee money, because as soon as you get hurt, you're not getting paid for you're not getting paid at all this season. So I can understand why he doesn't want to play on no guarantee money, but I think it's deeper than that. Why you say that, man, is because he literally made a Twitter post yesterday where he's calling out the former training staff and Larry Hess, where he says that he lied to him about his injury. He didn't let him recover fully. He said that he made him play, not made him play, but he said he was cleared to play when he really wasn't. So he was like, I'm not injury prone. He's like, I'm more healthy than I ever been in my life right now. And he's basically just trashing the Redskins, man. Last week he said that I lost all respect for the Redskins. So it seems like all bridges are burning, man. It just seems like it's time for him to get out of here. And I don't want that to happen. I'm being honest. I don't want that to happen. But at the same time, I see this story planning out just how Trent Williams' story played out. He had a problem with money. He had a problem with not playing with guaranteed money. And now he has another issue. He can say that it was the trainer's fault for him being injured. So this story is just like Trent Williams' story. And what happened with them? They're both friends. They're best friends. So like it's weird. I just feel like they're talking behind the scenes to how to finesse the Redskins. The Redskins, it's their fault though, man, because when they signed their contract, they wanted all their guaranteed money at the beginning of their contracts. Now towards the end of their contracts, where they don't have no guaranteed money, they want to throw a fit. They want to throw a fit. So they're trying to finesse the Redskins, and I like how Ron Rivera is not biting, or Cal Smith is not biting for, them to give up all this money, how we were, ran in the past with Bruce Allen at the helm, where he gives money to all these washed up players, Josh Norman, I should say, or we can go even later back to Jason Taylor from the Miami Dolphins, where he came here and basically robbed us for all this money. So I kind of like how they're not biting for them, because like it's like you're good and all, but you have to prove more than 1 year that you can ball out, because as soon as you get hurt and you sign that guaranteed money, you're still going to be looking to get your money, even though you're hurt for the whole season. So who's really suffering from this deal? Not you, because you're still making your millions of dollars. It's us. We don't have you on the field, and we need you trying to fight for a playoff spot. You know what I mean? So Quinton Dunbar, man, I don't want to trade him because, quite frankly, he is our best corner on this team. He's better than Kendall Fuller. He's better than Fabian Moreau. He's better than Jimmy Moreland, who's, quite frankly, still learning. So, like, I honestly don't want to get rid of him. But if he wants out, get people that don't want to be a part of the new regime out of here. He said, he tweeted yesterday, time for new beginnings. So it seems like he's ready to get out of here, and it seems like he's already out of here because he also tweeted a lot. I know he's tweeted a lot, y'all, so I'm sorry if I keep talking about his tweets, but he's tweeted a lot, and he said, you can trap my body, but you can't trap my mind. So basically that's saying that his body is here in Washington, but his mind is elsewhere. So it seems like he's ready to get out of here, unfortunately, and like I said, I don't want to get rid of him. I don't want to get rid of him because that's just going to create another position that we're going to have to make up for in the draft since we didn't do enough in free agency. So I don't want to get rid of him because he can be our best cornerback on this team, but he just has to be patient. He just has to be patient. We still have a lot of players that we have to take care of, and Ryan Kerrigan and maybe Trent Williams. I think Trent Williams is going to unfortunately play this season because he wants to. No other team is interested in him. So I think he's going to play this year because he's not going to sit out again next year because when he does get traded the next season that's coming up after this, no team is going to want a player that's sat out 2 times in a row, 2 years in a row. So he's going to play to boost his free agency stock for next free agency, 2021 free agency, so we can trade him, you know what I mean? Or by then, when he plays, he can get traded on the trade deadline coming up this season. So that should be fun to watch if he's not traded before the season starts. So back to Quinton Dunbar. Let's talk about the potential trading or deals that we could get for Quinton Dunbar. A lot of people was talking about a 3rd round or a 4th round pick for Quinton Dunbar. I guess, you know what I mean? I guess 3rd round pick, 4th round pick for Quinton Dunbar. We don't really know because Quinton Dunbar, although us Redskins fans see how great Quinton Dunbar is, a lot of people in the NFL doesn't know. Yes, he was rated number 2 best corner in the league last year by Pro Football Focus, but how reliable is Pro Football Focus? So we as Redskins fans know how good Quinton Dunbar is. We know that he's a good talent, but to the rest of the NFL, they're like, who is Quinton Dunbar? Who is this kid? Who is him? We don't know who he is. He's underrated, so he's not a big name. He doesn't have a big following on social media, so nobody really knows who he is outside of the Washington Redskins organization. So we're not going to get nothing big back in trading for him unless we trade him with Trent Williams. So both of y'all best friends, y'all go get traded together, go find a deal that will work for us and bring it back to us. Simple as that. Because if we trade them like by themselves, we're not going to get nothing for Quinton Dunbar. Quinton Dunbar isn't a big name in the NFL outside of the Washington Redskins organization, like I said. So at best, we're probably going to like a 4th round, 5th round pick for him, which isn't bad because this draft is loaded, and 4th and 5th round is where you're going to find your bulk of players. Just like last year, like Terry McLaurin in the 3rd, Kevin Harmon in the 4th, Cole Holcomb in the 5th, so 4th round, 5th round picks are very, 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 very good to have on your in your draft picks. But at the same time, we feel like we're robbing ourselves because we know how talented Quinton Dunbar is, and we know what we can get for Quinton Dunbar. Really, we know we can get at least a 2nd or 3rd round pick for him. That's just us as Redskins fans knowing how good he is. But to the rest of the NFL, they're like, why would we trade this much for him when we don't know who he really is? You know what I mean? So my ideal trade for Quinton Dunbar is trading him with Trent Williams. So this is my pick. Everybody wants O.J. Howard from the Bucks. I don't really want O.J. Howard. I'm not really a big fan of O.J. Howard. Since we didn't do anything in free agency, I just say go to the draft and bring in a veteran tight end in Delaney Walker or someone, veteran like Tyler Eifert. So my ideal trade for these guys is send them to the Bucks, but not for O.J. Howard. So Trent Williams and Quinton Dunbar to the Bucks for Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin is a wide receiver on the Bucks who is breaking out this past season. Him and Mike Evans are probably the best wide receiver duo in the league. So they just got Tom Brady, and their offensive line isn't that good, so they're going to need a left tackle to protect Tom Brady's blind side. So, and then on top of that, for their defense isn't really that good. I can't even name one cornerback on their defense. I don't think Vernon Hargreaves is not on there anymore, so I don't really know anybody in their secondary. So Quinton Dunbar can help out a lot. As far as their, linebackers, I know Devin White and all them guys. I know how good their front seven is, and their Vita Vea and JPP. So I know how good their front seven is, but I just don't know anyone in their secondary. So they could get help out a lot with this trade. All you're gonna do is have to ship off one of your good wide receivers. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys still have your first round pick, and your first round pick is in that mid round, kind of pick, or late early rounds, like 9, 10, around there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Then you can easily replace him with like someone like CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, or something like that around there. So why not just give us Chris Godwin, man? I'm sorry we're going to have to break y'all up, but that's just what we want. Do you want to have a weak offensive line, a weak left tackle per se, and let someone rip up on your 43-year-old quarterback, or do you want him to be protected by Trent Williams and just give us Chris Godwin? Like, honestly, that's the ideal trade for us. I was also hearing that we can ship off Quinton Dunbar to probably, other teams, but I just haven't really seen a big deal yet. So let me know what you guys think down below, as always, about the Redskins. Quinton Dunbar wants to get traded. How do you feel about this? Are you happy? Are you mad? Are you sad about this? Where's the ideal trade for you? And where would you ship off Quinton Dunbar? Would you even trade Quinton Dunbar? Because like I told you myself, if we didn't have to trade him and he didn't want to be traded, I wouldn't do it. But since he doesn't want to be a part of this new regime, like Ron Rivera like to say, if they don't want to give you 110%, get him out of here. I don't care how good he is. So it seems like more and more each day that he will be out of here. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Once again, Quinton Dunbar is now on the trading block. I gave you my topic and my opinion on it. Who should we trade and what should be the potential trading scenarios for him? Let me know what y'all guys think down below, as always. What is the best trading scenario for you guys? What do you think he'll end up? I gave you mine. Now the floor is yours. Hail to the Redskins. Like, comment, subscribe, and always turn on post notifications. It's me, boy Juan Gotti. 299 subs. I just need one more for that 300. So get me there, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Redskins. Peace.